Hi everyone. Okay, so today we are going to do this super cute Christmas sweater nail set, and I'm going to use this Young Nails one step called Heaven Help Me on all 5 nails. And yeah, the nail sizes are the pinky is 9, the ring and the index finger are number 3s, the middle finger is number 2, and this thumb is a number 1. And those are your basic sizes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this gel liner from Model 1. And it is white. It's just as white as the Young Nails One Step Heaven Help Me. So it's going to be actually really kind of hard to see it as you were doing it in certain spots because it's white on white. But trust me, well, you already saw the end result, and oh my gosh, doesn't it turn out super, super cute? So we're just using the liner to make these little kind of curvy S's, and this is what's going to make like the cable net look, or cable knit look, which is, like the traditional sweater, right? And oh my gosh, this turned out so freaking cute. I love it. In the second nail, I think it's the second nail, I'm going to show you is going to be the ring finger. And yeah, you'll see where my inspiration came from because I'm going to actually show you like the process and the oops that happened that became this masterpiece. Because isn't that how art is? It starts out as a creative idea or feeling, and then once you get it down on your canvas, you tweak it, you change it, just follow the the process as it goes. You trust the process, and it becomes what it's going to be. And so that is how this set actually became. It came to be because I was goofing around with a different set and I didn't like something that I had started. And so I took it off and I started something else and it became this. And so then I decided to just create the whole set based on this. And oh my gosh, I love how it turned out. Anyways, so we've got the liner on, and so now we're going to take a speed acrylic in clear, and we're going to just absorb the moistness of the liner before we cure it. So this is wet liner. I haven't cured the liner at all. Um, but yeah, so I did cure the base coat, or the color of white coat that I did. I cured that for 2 minutes before I started putting on the liner. But we just keep on pouring this clear acrylic over the liner, not worrying about like you see like a little chunk on there. You don't have to worry about that at all. You tap off the extras and then you cure it. And then you put it in the light for, I put it in for like 2 minutes. And when you bring it back out, we also continue with a different process. But this is the nail that inspired the rest of the set. And I'm going to show you how it came to be. If you look in the background, I've got lots of different colors of nails in the background because this set um, was was kind of like my experimental set. I was just kind of playing with different colors and trying to figure out what my next set was gonna be. And so I was working on this nail, and I really didn't like this nail. Well, it needed some filing. If you can see, like there's kind of like bubbles at the bottom. Not bubbles, but it's just kind of wonky, warped at the bottom. And so I knew I was going to have to file it. And so I was like, okay, so I'm going to play with snow at the bottom of this tree, right? And I put the tree on. It's just like a little sticker decal. Super cute, right? makes it easy as far as not having to hand draw the tree. And you know, my my excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. You know my affliction when it comes to drawing trees. But yeah, this made it super easy. But I put silver down and then I was like, I don't like the silver. I'm going to take it off. And so I swiped it off and I started new. I still had the sticker on. And I hope that this inspires you to play with your nails just because you try something and it doesn't turn out the way you want it to, you can always swipe it off and try something new. And so I did, and I was like, okay, I like the snow. I'm going to put the snow down, but I'm going to try, let's see, a sweater nail. And I know that it's because, okay, sweater nails are basically matte. They're not topped shiny because sweaters aren't generally shiny and you want it to kind of look like a sweater, right? So I knew that the matte would disguise that little wonky um, area to the left of the bottom of the tip, right? So I thought, hey, why not add some 3D, which already kind of disguises anything wonky, right? And I knew that also the top coat was going to level that out as well. But, you know, I was going with the flow. So I added this little sweater, and this is the part where I was saying, you know, sometimes you just can't see in the video really what I'm doing, but I'm just making these little S's, these little, you know, like wobbly S's, and it's just two of them going down, and then a line in between, and then an S, you know, a line of S's again. And then I take, of course, I take my Speed acrylic from Young Nails, and I love the Speed acrylic. You can tell because it's almost gone. I use the Speed acrylic to cover or encase anything. Yeah, it goes for my globe nails. It goes for all of that. If you would like to see me do acrylic, just let me know down below because this channel basically has all been you know, nail art. It hasn't really been, you know, like how I do acrylics and stuff like that. And I've been doing nails for a very long time. So then I cure it. And after it's cured, you take the brush and you kind of dust off, very lightly, dust off the rest of the acrylic. And yeah, it ends up being this very cool 3D just sweater looking, you know, formation. And oh my gosh, it's so fun. And it just makes, I just love it. I just love it. And I actually watch a couple of, I think I picked this one off. Did I pick this off right? No, I think I tore that one. See, so I moved on. Thank goodness they give you more than one of the same sticker in these little decal sets. But yeah, so I'm peeling off the Merry Christmas more gently this time, and I took it from the bottom because that was the bulk of the decal. So always go for the bulkiest part as you're peeling them off. And yeah, just center it in as best you can. That's the hardest part for me, is trying to get it center, and then just press it down into your nail. This nail has been completely cured, so it does, when you use the one step, it doesn't have a tacky layer to it, so it's nice and shiny, and it really sticks to, or helps these decals stick to the nail when there's no tacky layer. So if you are using an acrylic that has a tacky layer, or not an acrylic, I'm sorry, a gel polish that has a tacky layer, before you put your decals on, just swipe that tacky layer off. And so once again, I brushed off, we're back to the thumbnail, and I brushed off the excess, and this is where I'm going to show you. I'm going to use the Beetles Top Coat matte. And so it goes on shiny, but when you cure it, it ends up curing to like a very velvety, silky kind of matte feel. And it's not shiny at all, which is kind of how we want our sweater nails to look, not shiny, right? Well, I did end up making parts of them shiny, and you'll see that towards the end, but the sweater part is always going to be matte. And yeah, so I'm just taking my time making sure that I get all the little bubbles and unevenness out. I usually do flip it upside down a little bit before, just for a second or two before I cure it, just to level out the top coat. Okay, so now this nail is the middle nail, and we're going to do a smile line. So it's kind of going to look like a French with sweater. And yeah, this one turned out super cute too. I love the French with the sweater, and this white on white is so clean and crisp, isn't it? I absolutely love how clean and crisp it is. And so we do the sweater part down on the lower half of it, and then we leave the upper half, the nail plate itself. We're going to leave that with no sweater. So it's kind of like dividing it, kind of like the ring finger, but we don't have any decals on this one. So it just turns out very, very crisp and clean. I don't know how else to describe that, but it looks so beautiful to me. But yeah, I love, love, love this nail. I might actually end up doing French. Let me know if you would like to see this done in different colors. I think it looks amazing white for winter because, it came from the idea. Its creation came to be because it was snow beneath that Christmas tree, right? So that's where the theme is in this set, but we can definitely do this in different colors. And yeah, let me know below if you'd like to see it in different colors, and maybe I'll make a video of that. And then you can also play with colors. So I'll show you how to do that in one of the next videos. If you want to see that, just let me know down below. Also, don't forget to like. Commenting always helps the algorithm. It makes YouTube know that you like these videos and that you want to see more, and you're engaging in them, and that way I can comment back. I always read the comments. Yeah, so I would love it if you, helped me out in that way, but also it helps me learn like what you really want to see. There's a gazillion videos out there, and sometimes we go on YouTube because we're actually looking for something specific. And if you do that, and you've had an idea but you didn't quite know how to do it, or you wanted to get the kinks out or see somebody else's process and how they do it, because that's how we learn, right? Then yeah, it always helps to be able to ask the content creator, do this specific thing for me so that I can see how you're doing it. And you see how even when it's on an angle, I'm adding a little bit of something towards the angle, and that's for visual effect, of course. So once again, we are going to use the speed acrylic in order to take the shine off of. That's the goal here. That's what makes it 3D, is we take the shine off, which means that it absorbs completely, like through and through the liner, and almost kind of dries it, but it doesn't keep it put. That's why we have to cure it so that it stays put. But yeah, if we didn't cure it, it would just wipe right off when we put our top coat on, and yeah, it would be a powdery jelly powdery jelly mess. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm just getting over a cold, and I feel wonderful. I don't sound great yet, and I've still got that lingering cough, so bear with me. But yeah, we just cured it for 2 minutes. I do a full 2 minutes just to make sure, and then we brush off the excess. And yeah, then we move on to the next one, which is going to be the pointer finger. And I personally like to make all of my nail sets a little bit different. When I'm doing a client, I usually, I'm not in the salon right now, but when I was doing clients, I usually would do quite a few, just the basic color, and then I would do an accent nail, just one or two, depending on what they wanted, really. And that, the design would be on the accent nail. And so what I do is I always make sure that each accent nail is different. And so that's why you see when I'm doing a set of 5 that each one is different. Most of them are not just plain polish. I have done, I think, a set or two where it's just plain, but it's funny because in my mind, it's like, it needs something. Maybe I'm just extra that way, or maybe it's because I'm selling these on Facebook Marketplace as accent nails, and nobody wants a plain accent nail. If you're buying a set of 5, you want 5 designs, right? And so that's what I do. Yeah. And I will link below the link to my Facebook Marketplace. If you have your eye on this set and you want to go grab it, it'll be down in the description below. I will also include, of course, the products, as many as I can. I'll include links to the products that I use, and anything else that I can think of, I'll put it down below in the description. So yeah, if there's anything that you're looking for and I don't have it down in the description, just write a comment and let me know in that way. Or you can always catch me on Facebook. I do Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all of those, but I mostly am on Facebook. So yeah, I'm kind of old school that way. So I just realized yesterday that I don't even have a Twitter account. Like, I was watching, I guess a whole bunch of people are like taking their accounts off of Twitter. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even remember ever going on Twitter. And so I went to go look for my, oh, look at that. I did it half of it, which is so cute. Just half the nail. But yeah, I went to look for my handle, or my login credentials for Twitter, just to see if any of those people were on mine, and that I had lost them or whatever, as following friends or people that I had followed or whatever. And I couldn't find it at all. I'm like, am I even on Twitter? I don't think I am. I might be, and I just never wrote down the credentials, but I definitely never use it. I never go on. But yeah, so I'm always on Facebook, so you can always find me there. And yeah, that link will be in the description as well. But how cute did this turn out? It's half sweater, half not. So yeah, love the length all the way down. And then, oh my gosh, I had to pause because I was coughing like crazy. I hope it didn't put too much of a pause in between. Yeah, this editing thing is definitely a challenge of mine. I'm getting used to it, but I'm definitely not a pro yet. So excuse me for pausing for a cough break. Not a coffee break, a cough break. I do need some coffee though. It's like first thing in the morning and I need to go make myself some coffee. But before I do, I'm going to finish. Oh my gosh, this last pinky nail is so cute. It's so dainty. Like I said, it's a size 9. These numbers that I give you, like in the beginning, this is the size of the nail, and it's universal sizes. Most nail companies go along with basically the same sizes. There are some that don't. They make their own sizes up, but basically, yeah, you eventually, if you know press-on nails, you know your sizes. And so this is a 9. And then we've got index finger that is a 3, middle finger is a 2, pointer finger is a 3, and the thumb is a 1. And as universal as it gets, they also fit Ellie, who is my helper hand. She's the one that I practice like my acrylic designs on, and I just have fun with Ellie. We call her Ellie, but she's just a practice hand, and these are her sizes, and so I have a gazillion of these for sure. Because, you know, basically if a nail tech buys full well, meaning it fits the whole nail, it doesn't have like that C curve where you just glue on the tip part, it's because we're either doing nail art or we're practicing on our practice hands. So, yeah, I don't know why I keep bringing it out. And oh, I know what it is. This very first one had a lot of gel on it. And so by the time I had finished the last one, it had kind of slipped or, you know, become a big blob within the line. And I'm sorry, I keep bringing it back and forth and back and forth. I don't know why I'm doing that. But yeah, so eventually I just took some rubbing alcohol, put it on my liner brush, and pulled off the extra gel. And apparently I had to do that like 6 different times. So that's how it turned out, though. Of course, I did the speed gel, and you know, I cured it, and then I brushed it off, and then I put matte on all the sweater parts, and then I put a shiny top coat on the parts that did not have sweater. So this is the shiny top coat that I used on like the top, and then I used the matte top coat on the bottom where the sweater parts are. See, I put the matte on the side. But yeah, I think you get it. Where it's not sweatered, it has the shiny top coat, and it really makes that sweater cable pop on these nails. And yeah, so this is the end result. I hope you enjoyed watching. I certainly enjoy bringing these nails to you. This is by far my favorite set so far. So, oh, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I can't wait to see what you want to do next. Leave it in the comment, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you next time.